We're here to answer one question. Does this, the Roxon KS2 Elite, bring enough to the table to compete with a comparable Swiss Army knife? We're going to talk today about four things: the tools, the looks, the ergonomics, and the value. Let's find out. Okay, so we're going to do a basic scoring system, and let's start by the tools. We're going to look at the first tool, which is the knife. The Roxon KS2 has a D2 steel locking knife that has a thumb stud, so it's a one-hand open, and a liner lock. The thumb stud could have been a bit easier to handle, but it's good. It's a bit wider and shorter than the Swiss Army blade, but they would, I think, perform in most cases about the same. The Swiss Army knife would not hold an edge for as long as the D2, but it would be easier to sharpen. But so functionality wise, they are a bit similar, but to me, the Roxon takes the point here because of the one-hand operation and the locking. This is very important for me. So Roxon takes this. Scissors are interesting. Now, the Victorinox scissors are famous for being some of the best scissors on multi-tools ever. I love them. I've spoken their praise many times before. And they are dependable, they are sturdy, they are very sharp, they're good with precision work. But Roxon brings an amazing pair of scissors to the table. These are huge. They are, as you can see, much bigger than the Victorinox scissors. They are very sturdy. Everything about them, the handle is very sturdy. You can put in a lot of kind of leverage. I was opening a power pint package the other day and I was using these. This is kind of heavy cardboard and plastic under it. With the Roxon, I can actually cut the plastic. Okay. With the Victorinox, I can hardly cut the cardboard, and there's no chance for me to cut that 2 layers of packaging plastic with it. So to me, the Victorinox, the Roxon actually wins the point for the scissors by a mile. I think these are the best scissors on any multi-tool that I've ever tried in my life. Amazing. So point to Roxon. Okay, I interrupt this for a very quick request. I love comments, so I love interacting with you guys. If you have anything to say, if you think what I'm saying is stupid, just let me know. Like this video if you liked, and subscribe if you like this and would like to see more. This is a very, very small channel, and the algorithm finds us better if you do that. So yeah, thank you. Let's go back to the video. The reason why I chose the Super Tinker was the screwdriver. So this has a perpendicular Phillips head screwdriver that's a bit thick. In comparison, the Roxon has a thinner, I'd say flimsier, Phillips head screwdriver that has a file and a ruler on the other side. It's 3D, but it's smaller than the Victorinox. But it's locking and it's inline, and it's thin enough to go into tight spots. So I was literally last week changing out a set of door handles. And I used the Roxon. I could not have used the Victorinox for this same task because the handles would have gotten in the way. So the form factor here, the Phillips head screwdriver itself is better on the Swiss Army knife, but the Roxon for the overall functionality takes the point here as well. The Roxon also has a locking saw. The Swiss Army knife that I have here doesn't have one, so it's not such a fair comparison, but this is a strict comparison between two tools. So I would say that the Roxon takes this one, even though I think Swiss Army knife saws, if the tool had them, would have been better than this saw. But this has the good thing about being lockable as well with a liner lock. The liner lock itself is a bit hidden, so it's not very ergonomic, but that's fine. So the Roxon takes the point. So next is the combo opener tool for the Victorinox. These are classics: the can opener and bottle opener and wire stripper, standard screwdriver here and there, flatheads, and this can act as a pry tool. Now this and by the way, the tools, the secondary tools on the Roxon are operated by pushing this lever, and then it puts out 3 tools. All of them are lockable, and then to unlock them, so the combo tool that they have here, it's locked, and if I want to unlock it, I pull this back. It's a bit too tough to handle. It's not very smooth, but again, lockable tools are better in my opinion. So, but all in all, I think functionality wise, this is a point for Victorinox. This layer is a lot better than this single tool in the Roxon. The awl on the Roxon is wider and it has a lot more of an edge. This can be a package opener if you want, and I've used it as such before, versus the more traditional reamer awl on the Victorinox. But this, as an awl, this functions or would function a lot better. So I would give this point to Victorinox. The Victorinox has a toothpick and tweezers. The Roxon has tweezers in the handle of the scissors. So the toothpick is actually very important to me, and I'm one of the people who use it. So I give this point to Victorinox. And last, but for many people not least, the Roxon has an attached belt clip. The Victorinox famously or notoriously doesn't have a clip and doesn't have an add-on clip. There are aftermarket add-on clips, but they look horrible, and they, I think, render the use of the key ring useless. So this is actually not necessarily a great clip, but it works for me, and definitely gives Roxon the point in this category. Looks. So the KS2, it looks sleek and modern. It's very well designed. The edges are chamfered, so it kind of doesn't look as boxy as it might look on camera. And you wouldn't know what it is. So looking at it, this could be a lighter, this could be a box, this could be anything. So to some people, that's a good thing. The Victorinox obviously is a classic look. This, you know exactly what this is when you look at it. The color is loud. So in some instances, maybe in some professional instances, this is a bit louder than someone would prefer. But I've always loved the look of a Swiss Army knife, but in this case I give the point to the Roxon. This is a very, very well designed and beautiful object. So looks are subjective, but in this case I'm going with the Roxon. So ergonomics, they're not that important for casual quick use, but any extended use or kind of a rough situation, the ergonomics are very important. So even though the ergonomics on the scissors on the Roxon are better, a lot better, but overall the ergonomics of the Swiss Army knife as a tool are far superior to the Roxon. So this goes to Victorinox. So as far as value goes, the Victorinox are, I think, in my opinion, probably the best value for money for any product out there in terms of the quality that you get, the versatility that you get, the warranty, the quality of the warranty as well, and the kind of support that they put behind their products. So for a Swiss-made product to be at $42 versus $38 for the Roxon, the prices are close, but I do think that in the long run you get more value out of the Victorinox. So value for money, I would give this one by a slim margin to Swiss Army knife. So tallying up the points, the Roxon actually wins this showdown. But points aside, I think that the Roxon wins in the more important category. So to me, the blade and the scissors should actually be counted for more points. But the overall use that I've had out of these two tools, I found myself going to the Roxon a lot more often, and I found myself happier after having used it more often than the Swiss Army knife. I can't really, I tried to put my hand on it as much as possible throughout this video, but the totality of the experience with these two tools tell me that Roxon can win over a Swiss Army knife like the Super Tinker here. Now, what does this mean? What's the takeaway? Is this dangerous for Victorinox? I don't think it rises up to that at all. This is the companies are so far apart now, but that means that the Victorinox need to put in a lot of effort on the innovation side. I think here the form factor, the quality of the steel, the design, the innovative design of the tools, there's a lot of innovation that went into this, and there's nothing like it on the market. I think Victorinox needs a lot of innovation to happen going forward. And I think the second takeaway is that Roxon are doing a terrific job. I know they're taking on kind of Leatherman style tools as well, or plier based tools. I haven't had the chance to try these out, but I will hopefully soon. But they hit it out of the park with this one. This is a great tool. I highly recommend it. And right now, I will be carrying this in my pocket every single day and not the Victorinox Super Tinker. Hope that helped.